Then the basic formulas that you should know in trigonometry to learn oscillations is sin A plus B itself is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. This formula you should know. Then you should know that the sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. A cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. You should know this too. Then you should know that okay, you know trigonometric quadrants 1, 2, 3, 4 quadrants are there. Suppose here all is positive, here sine only will be positive. Here also called torture children, tan and cos will be positive respectively in these quadrants. Suppose you want an angle in the, first quadrant angle or 30 degree, a 45 degree and a 60 degree, which is a very common angle, which is pi by 6, a pi by 4 and a pi by 3. Or the angles in the first quadrant in radians. Okay. Do you know in radians? You don't know in radians. One protractor is 180 degree, which is pi radians. Yes. So obviously a 30 degree, a 180 degree is pi radian. A 30 degree will be how many radians? It will be pi by 6. Yes. 30 into pi by 180 is just pi by 6. Pi radian is equal to 180 degree. A 30 degree is how many radian? Is 30 pi by 180. 0, 0 get cancelled. Pi by 6. Yes. A pi radian is equal to 180 degree. How many degrees? 45 radians. Cross multiply. 180 into x is equal to 45 pi. So x is equal to 45 pi by 180. 9 5s are 45. 9 2s are 18. 5 4s are 20. Therefore, x is equal to pi by 4. Like that you should know. You should instantly say that a 30 degrees pi by 6, a 45 degrees pi by 4, 60 degrees pi by 3, 180 by 6. 90 degrees pi by 2, 180 degrees pi, 270 degree is 3 pi by 2, 270 degree. Pi radian is 180 degree. At 270 degrees, how many radians? 180 into x is equal to 270 into pi. X is equal to 270 pi by 180. Correct? This and this get cancelled. You can cancel it with 3 tables. 3 pi by 2 radians. So like that you should be able to convert every radians, every angle into radians. And then I'll ask you the example of a second quadrant angle. No, first quadrant is pi by 6, a pi by 4, a pi by 3. This is axis, pi by 2 is axis. The second, that is a 30 degree, a 45 degree and a 60 degree. Suppose I ask you an example of second quadrant angle is 180 minus 30. 180 degree is here. Yes, yes. Minus 30 or a pi minus pi by 6. 180 degree is nothing but pi. And 30 degree is nothing but pi by 6. So a pi minus pi by 6. A pi minus pi by 4. A pi minus pi by 3. Which will be 180 minus 30 is 150 degree, 180 minus 45 is 135 degree, 180 minus 60 is 120 degree. Okay. So you will know different angles for the second quadrant. The angle that you measure is like this, right? Yes. This is the way you measure the angle, and so keep a protractor and you'll measure this anti-clockwise, correct? You'll measure it anti-clockwise when your measurements this goes from 0 from here, correct? Yes. This is 90 degree and this protractor's angle. Supposing I ask you third quadrant angle, it will be pi plus 180 plus 30, 210. A 180 plus 45, 225. A 180 plus 60 is 240. In radians, it's pi plus pi by 3. Pi plus pi by 6. 30 degrees pi by 6. A pi plus pi by 6 is 7 pi by 6. Yes. A pi plus pi by 4 is 5 pi by 4. A pi plus pi by 3 is 4 pi by 3. LCM edutha. So like that in radians also you can find. Okay. So then if you want a fourth quadrant angle, it's 2 pi minus 360 minus 30, which is 330. A 360 minus 45, 315. A 360 minus 60, 300. Okay. Like that you can find the fourth quadrant angles. Okay. So you know that all school torture children, which means if you get something like this, the sign only is positive. But I ask you cos 120. It's 120 second quadrant. Yes. So it can be written as cos 180 minus 60. Yes. Where 180 is an even integral. In an even integral, cos will remain to be cos.
Okay.
You studied last year, na? Sin 90 minus theta is cos theta, because this was odd integral of 90. 1 into 90, whereas this is 2 into 90. It's even integral of 90. Cos will remain cos. Yeah, cos will not become sin.
Okay.
So it will become cos 60. You can copy cos 60, but you have to put a negative sign because a cos in the second quadrant is negative. So the cos 60 is 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 will be your answer. Are you clear? So supposing I ask you a third quadrant angle, say supposing I get an angle which is cos 210 or say sin 210. I'll write it as sin
9.
180 plus 30.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you come here? You can't jump from 90 here.
Yeah.
You have to come from 180 or 270.
Yes.
You can also come from 270. Sin 2. This can be the sin 270 minus 60. Either way you can do.
Okay.
But this is the odd integral, whereas this is even integral. Even integral will be sin 30. Whereas odd integral will become cos 60. But you know sin 30 and cos 60 will have the same value anyway.
Yes.
Okay, and is it positive? Which quadrant is 210? Third quadrant. All school taught us only tan is positive. So then therefore minus sin 60 or minus cos 60.
Okay.
What is sin 60's value? Sin 30's value? Sin 30 is 1 by 2, so minus 1 by 2. Cos 60 is also 1 by 2, so minus 1. Either way you get the same answer. But you should understand here it is odd integral and here it is even integral. So in an even integral sign can remain sine, but in an odd integral sign has to become a cos. Are you clear?
Yes.
So as I told you, if supposing we came across something in oscillations where there was minus a sine omega t plus phi naught. I don't want negative sign. Then I can write it as a cos 90 plus omega t plus phi naught, because when I write 90 plus, the cos will become a sine because it's odd integral.
Yes.
And also 90 plus indicates it is in the second quadrant. The question is about cos. Question is about cos, so it will become negative. So you'll get this answer.
Yes.
To get this answer, you should write it as cos 90 plus. Cos எழுதணும்னா you have to write 90 plus. These are the basics, okay? Only if you know this, you can learn oscillations.